Okay. Financial statement analysis. Financial statement analysis. There are three methods. First one, horizontal analysis. Write down horizontal analysis. Second one, vertical analysis. Horizontal analysis. Second one, vertical analysis. Vertical analysis. Vertical analysis. We are calling common size financial statement. Common size financial statement. Third one, ratio. Common third one, ratio analysis. That is very popular one. That is very popular. First, let me briefly explain horizontal and vertical. Horizontal analysis and the vertical analysis. In horizontal analysis, we have to have base year. You know, when we are analyzing financial statement, can we take strong decisions by looking at the raw data, revenue, cost of sales, gross profit. We have raw data. I mean the figures in the financial statement. By looking at those figures separately, better to have kind of comparative things. Okay, so we can analyze horizontally. For that, we have to have base year. Let's say 2018. We have sales. We have cost of sales, gross profit. All these figures are available as raw format. And we can see 2019 by comparing 2018. What is the difference in 2019? We can see the difference in 2020. We can see difference in 2021. This type of analysis is called horizontal analysis. Horizontal means this slide. In other words, trend analysis. Trend analysis. Trend analysis. In other words, in statistics, we call time series analysis. Time series analysis. Time series analysis. Time series analysis. What is the feature of this method? We have to have base year. Compared to base year, we can see the difference. Right? We can see the difference. The difference can be presented with the what we call percentage of the base year. Either plus or minus. Either plus or minus. Okay, that is trend analysis. Did you understand? උදාහරණයක් අනුව sales දිනුවකින් ලක්ෂයක් මේ පාන 2019 11,20,000. හරි? එතන මොකද කරන්නේ? 20,000 බෙදීම ලක්ෂය වැඩි කිරීම 100. Positive 20%. හරි? Next year 80,000 වෙනවා. ඒ 2021 80,000. දැන් මොකද කරන්නේ? Negative 20,000. Compared to 100,000. 100,000 is the base figure here. Base year. Right? 2018 is the base year. But that would be the denominator. What do you mean by denominator? Numerator, denominator. What do you mean by that? Huh? What is numerator? What is denominator? Huh? හරයද ළඟයද? හරය කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? හරය. හරි ඉතින් යට එන එක හරය හරයට ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන්නේ denominator ඊට උඩට එන්නේ ලාභය ලාභයට කියන්නේ නියුමරේටර් yeah oh yeah when you talk you can use these words ඊට උඩට එන්නේ numerator ඊට එන්නේ denominator numerator හරි හරය ළමයි කියලා ලියාගන්න did you understand how you should do that trend analysis? You can analyze financial statements on that way, positive or negative. Then you can take more decisions. Then you can see the reasons why there is such gap or the difference. Then you can find out the reason with the team. Now you are in the finance team. Then you can analyze over the period of time what has happened. The reason why another crisis again. COVID-19, East attack. It was the economic crisis. Economic crisis a natural effect that has been created. Disaster naturally and it's created economic crisis natural one or created one. Created one. Based on the corruption, political wrong decisions and all. This one has been created. Other VUCA world here. VUCA world. You aware about VUCA world? VUCA world. Volatility, uncertainty, seeing ambiguity.
Yeah, it means the volatile nature of the environment.
Yes. VUCA world. When you do are you doing research? Yeah. You're doing research, right? So you can use those words. Not all, but one or two people can use those things. VUCA world. VUCA world can volatility, uncertainty, ambiguity. How business survive in such VUCA world. A volatility, uncertainty, ඇති වෙන්න පුළුවන් අර වගේ created environment එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් natural environment. Right? Natural environment, naturally that COVID-19 is a natural one. Right? But businesses survive, right? Some businesses make profit more than the earlier time during the COVID-19 period. Other than that. Oh. If there are challenges, if there are such cases, there are challenges, but challenges need to be faced. But in economic crisis, yes, again, business people should have, but strategy is to survive. Strategy is to survive. Now, economy is not developing. Economy reducing. How businesses are growing? How businesses are growing? Economy reducing. Economy is minus 200. Business growing. Did you get my point? Economy minus 200, business growing. The economy is 200. But economy is good factors, micro, macro, economics. So very strong subject, economics. Sometimes we will be taking decisions by looking at the micro level factors. But there are macro level factors as well. Sometimes beyond our control, macro level. So macroeconomics, microeconomics, you are learning, right? You already learned. Very valuable subject. That's ena eva vishyan ape අපේ විශේෂයෙන් තියෙන ආභරණ. Everyone is suffering or not because of wrong decision in economics. Isa. Now, there's another question. Now, countries bankrupted, but financial institutions are making profits. Now, all banks are showing higher profit, right? All banks. Anyone who is working in the bank, financial sector, when you analyze now, you have downloaded annual reports. When you see the annual reports, you can check the profitability. You can check the profitability. Banks' profitability increase, but country has been bankrupted. How it happens? How it happens? Any answer? Any argument? Where is that? Country bankrupted, the banks are making profit. How are they doing? Correctly. Yeah. Any?
Customers will take loans and they will earn interest income from that. Other
Customers take loans, but because of economic crisis, people are not trying to get more loans because interest rate is high.
then from the FDs,
FD rate is very low.
yeah, they collect the money from customers and as they FDs and they invest.
Where invest කරන්නේ? තක ආර්ථික හැඟීම් කියලා ඉන්වෙස්ට්. යාළුවා මුලින් කරේ treasury bills වල දාලා treasury bills treasury bonds ආණ්ඩුවෙන් කරපේවයි සල්ලි ගත්තා. Now the deposit rate 28-25 ඒතර ඒ ගැප් එක තමයි යාළුවා. Even during COVID-19 period, they have given moratorium loan. In moratorium loan, they charge interest only. Is that good for the customers? That is a disaster. Many businesses suffered not because of moratorium. පුළුවන් මිනිස්සුත් මොරටෝරියම් ගත්ත මාස 6 අවුරුදු. හැබැයි රුපියලක් පොලිය අඩුවේ නැහැ. පොලියට පොලියක් ගෙවුවා. يعني පොලිය කැපිටලයිස් කරා. ඒතර ඒක ණයක් විදිහට ගත්තා. ඒකට තාපෝ පොලිය. මම කියන්නේ ඒතර බැංකුව වැටුම් නැහැ. බැංකුව සාමාන්‍ය මිනිස්සුන්ව අරලා බිස්නස් කාර්යයක් කරලා බැංකුවල profitability එක ඒක නෙමෙයි කතාව. Government bankrupt, but financial banks are not bankrupt. ඒකට bankrupt නැහැ නේ. දැන් බැංකු profitability ලැබෙන එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. රට බංකොලොත් ඒ කියන්නේ. Government එක බංකොලොත්. බංකොලොත් බැංකු බංකොලොත් නේද? රට බංකොලොත් වලට අන්ත වේදද? ඒක විශ්වාසය තියාගන්න සල්ලි නෑ මිනිස්සුන්ට බලන්න ප්‍රයිසස් එක කොහොමද කියන්නේ? ඒ crisis situation කියන එක ලේසි පහසු දෙයක්. As financial analysts, finance related professionals, we have to have that sense. But before something happening, we need to identify that. That's why we have to have analysis like this. We have to have analysis like this. We have to have prediction ability. What will happen in the next couple of years? Right? Now, cover now. ඒ වගේ වචන, ඒ වගේ කතන්දර ලෝකයේ තියෙන දේවල් you have to have understanding. You have to have reading. Right? You don't know what is happening next country, India. You can know the macro level, micro level information. Yes, you should. Finance accounting, you should be aware about what is happening around us. एक habit to read something. Read. News in order to analyze something, you should use them. You should use them. Otherwise, irrelevant. Your analysis is irrelevant. Right? Okay. I hope you are aware horizontal analysis now. The horizontal analysis, you have to have base year, take the difference, divided by base year figure, multiply by 100. Then we pass that. Then to the 90, a common size financial statement or vertical analysis. What do you mean by that? Vertical analysis like this. Vertical. Siras. Member. And then we have sales. Cost of sales. Then we 1 million cost of sales 8,800,000. Gross profit 200,000. Other income 100,000. Expenses 50,000. Profit. Profit. This is 2022 figures are given. Similarly, you can see statement of financial position, total non-current assets, land, building, it was a inventories, debtors, cash and cash equivalent, total asset. Likewise, you can have figures. Now, what do you mean by vertical analysis? What do you mean by vertical analysis? Vertical analysis. Now, these are not common. There are several figures in the financial statement. In common size, in the sense, you need to identify a figure. You need to identify a figure in this statement. Most of the cases, we can identify sales. In the statement of financial position, most of people are taking what? Total asset. Right? You can express all the figures by compared to identified figure. All the figures in the financial statement, in this profit and loss statement, by compared to identified figure. Now, for an instance, 2022. Again, 1 million divided by 1 million multiplied by 100. 800 divided by 1 million multiplied by 100. Again, 80%. And it was method 20%. 200,000 divided by 1 million multiplied by 100. Method 10%. 100,000 divided by 1 million multiplied by 100. Method 5%. 5%. Method 25%. 25%. Now, this is what common size financial statement. You are expressing all the figures in a financial statement by comparing with one figure in the financial statement. And sales based on the justification, you need to pick one. Then compare to that, you can express all the figures as a percentage of that. Right? Then same thing can be done in 2023 as well. Then you can compare. Right? The maker මේකේ මීට වඩා යම් දෙයක් තියෙනවනේ as a percentage එක පුතා. When you are going to analyze something, හරිද? Let's say same thing can be done in 2023. Then 100%. මෙතන 70%. 30. Then you can see what has happened. Because you convert all the figures into one platform, common figure. Right? When you look at this one separately, the informativeness is less. But if you have the comparative figures like this, it has more informativeness of if you are doing comparison. Everyone clear? Common size financial statement or else vertical analysis. Vertical analysis. Right? You can practice those things in your own organization. Only in the sense, if you are working in an organization, you can use these methods and see. You can write a nice report. You can write a nice report. There are fluctuations. We need to see the reasons why. Right. Now, third one. Third one. That is ratio analysis. Ratio analysis. In ratio analysis, I am not using PowerPoint. So we have to have discussion. We have to have discussion. So you need to discuss, you need to argue, right? Already you have learned that topic multiple times. Am I correct? Do I need to give the ratios? Gross profit ratio, gross profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. Do I need to give that? No. This level we should take for interpretation. How is it? Interpretation. We'll discuss. Before starting ratio analysis, I wanted to know limitations of ratio. Limitations of ratio. What are the limitations? We can discuss. What are the ratios or the limitations? Adupati. Yes. Qualitative factors cannot be measured by it. Okay. Right. Okay. That means, in other words, I would say, ratio analysis, we use historical data. We use historical data. So quantitatively, we have measured something and we use those data for ratio analysis. That is historical, not futuristic. Not futuristic. Right? And we use current parameter. That's the limitation. If you do something, you should know the limitations of the work that we are doing. How is it? Limitations let's say you are doing a research, you are showing these are the limitations of my study. That means you know what you are doing. Before your examiners are pointing out those issues, you have mentioned, yes, those are my limitations of the study. And that means you know what you are doing. That's what we need to see as well. Is that clear? Right. Ratio analysis, historical data used, not futuristic. What else? Come on. Yes, Mohammed. Sorry? Window dressing, yeah, window dressing. Window dressing. What do you mean by window dressing? What do you mean by window dressing? Window dressing means, manipulating financial statements for the betterment of that particular organization. Changing maybe sales to get more bonus. That's called window dressing. Because window dressing again, handy වෙලා තියෙන ගෙදරක කවුරුහරි එනවා කිව්ව ගමන් මොකද කරන්නේ? විසිට කරගෙන එනවා කිව්ව ගමන් මොකද කරන්නේ? අර කොපුඩු එක තැනකට කවු කරලා අපිට ලස්සන කරනවා. අනේ වගේ එකක් තමයි window dressing. ඒ financial statement ලස්සන කරනවා artificially. Maybe for the personal benefits. That's called window dressing. By using those information, we are preparing ratios. What would I call? Rope analysis. Rope analysis. A window dressing there are common words, concepts, earnings management. I think I have discussed that. Earnings management. Did I? Earnings management can be positive concept or negative concept. Earnings management. Positive or negative? Earnings management positive or negative? What is that? Positive concept or negative concept? By looking at the word, you feel positive, but you search in the internet. Search. You get earnings management. Just search earnings management. Earnings management. Earnings management means what? Thank you.
Earnings management refers to a company's deliberate use of accounting techniques to make its financial reports look better.
Deliberate. They are trying to convert financial statements look better. Is that good or bad? That is bad. That is bad. Artificially, they are trying to make them good. Earnings management is a negative concept. Remember. That is negative concept. That's not a positive concept. Okay. Creative accounting is creative accounting. Is a positive or negative? Creative accounting. Creative, okay? Creative accounting. Creative accounting. Creative accounting. More or less similar.
Showing the required laws and regulations are capitalized on the loopholes in accounting standards. Positive portray a better financial.
More or less similar. Creative accounting in the sense, one can argue that that's a negative concept. Again, they're trying to fill the gaps. Again, manipulating with our internet. Manipulate කරලා නිකන් ලස්සන කරනවා කියන්නේ. ඒ වගේ අදහසක් නෙන්නේ. Does the account practice follow required rules and regulations but capitalize on loopholes? Capitalize on loopholes in accounting standards too. Policy portray better financial image of the company. අර ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ් වල අවුල් හොයාගෙන ඒකෙන් ගිහිල්ලා ඒක තමයි මේ ක්‍රියේටිව් accounting කියන්නේ. And they are good to bad. Ultimately, good or bad? Bad. You make it bad. Or research කරන්න හොඳ concepts නැද්ද? Concepts. Very good. Right. Now we have discussed mainly two limitations of ratio analysis. Historical data we are using, not futuristic. Then window dressing. There can be manipulations of financial statements for the personal benefit of and of management rather. Management. And then another one. Our limitation is well, oh, ඒකත් අර පැත්තටම නේද learning management creative accounting window dressing ඔය ඔක්කොමත් එක්ක financial manipulate වෙනවා. ඒව use කරලා ratios හදනවා. ratios හොල්ලන්නේ. ඒ ඔක්කොම එකයි. දෙකයි මම දැන් external environmental factors are not taken into consideration. ඒතර ඒකත් ඇවිල්ලා අර historical data පැත්ත වගේම තමයි නේ. financial data, historical data use we are calculating ratios, not other factors as you said. Now, less definitive interpretations, there is no concrete definitions. The ROA, ROE, the definitions of the interpretations can be changed to person, book to book. Company to company, industry to industry. Less definitive. This is management accounting. There is no standard, there is no concrete definition for that. Right? Some are profit after tax done, some are profit before tax done. Ratios are famous. Based on that is perceptional. Perception level. That's another limitation. Right? That's another limitation. And there are limitations always there you have ratios you can get. Ratio of kappa. You already have ratios. And this is not the new topic for you. Right. Right now there are 5 types of ratios. What are the 5 types? Write down. What are the Google? There are 5 types of ratios. First one, profitability ratio. Profitability ratio. Profitability ratio. Under profitability, you can write gross profit ratio. Net profit ratio. And ROCE. ROCE. Gross profit, net profit, ROCE. Right now, there are 2 entities, entity A, entity B. Gross profit 40%, 30%. Net profit ratio 30%. Here 32%. Net profit ratio 32%. ROCE 38%. 38%. Here 25%. In terms of these profitability ratios, so there are some other ROE profitability ratios. Shareholders ratios. Return on equity. Huh? That's what I said. They are less definitive. In concrete, based on the perception, the interpretation, formulas can be changed. Okay, right. What do you think about these two organizations in terms of profitability? Gross profit gross profit equals gross profit over sales multiplied by 100. Net profit over sales multiplied by 100. ROCE. If I say ROCE is more informative than net profit ratio. Agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? ROCE is more informative than net profit. Discuss. What is your argument? Yeah. Yes or no? Well, again, so that ROCE is informative. So some partner on the ratio there in net profit ratio. Agree or disagree? You said yes. Yes. One. There will be reason why.
in ROC, they consider capital employed, that means equity plus borrowing.
Equity plus non-current liabilities. Capital employed can capital employed can ratio. Ratio from the non and then ROC can equity plus non-current liability profit before interest and tax. Profit before interest tax can operating profit. Can can net profit ratio higher than gross profit ratio? Is it no? Gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, medical amount. Can it be happen? Can it be happen? Huh? Yes. How can I do? Thank you, answer. Can be happen. I go other income value. Other income value. सामान्य अडुवेले का हरी सामान्य net profit ratio का अडुवेले का expenses admin expenses, selling and distribution and other expenses, finance expenses, then net profit would be lesser than the gross profit. Then because same denominator, sale is the denominator. The link net profit ratio should be lesser than gross profit ratio always. Comment. Again. Agree or disagree? Disagree. You need to explain. You need to explain. You should explain it nicely with examples. Tell them. Hey, whatever. Mail level analyst make a claim and how ratios are the gross profit like you have to have in-depth knowledge on that. It was ROCE the making monocompany the one that Which company is better? Which company is better? Hmm? Which company is better? A or B? A or B? In terms of ROCE, A company is better. Reason, the net profit ratio, net profit, sorry, the profit before interest and tax is higher in A company. So A mono company is the valuable loans are clean. Mono company valuable loans are clean. B. A. If you are taking based on net profit ratio, you would select company B. That is it. Company B. උදාහරණයක් කරනවා දැන් net profit ratio එක other income නිසා net profit වලට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. දැන් ඒකේ profit ඒ කියන්නේ profit or expense අතර interest එකක් ඇතිද නැද්ද? interest ඇති. හරි? interest ඇති. interest තිබ්බහම මොකද වෙන්නේ net profit එක? අඩු වෙනවා. net profit එක අඩු වෙනවනේ. The net profit ratio would be goes down. Right? That's temporary thing. Again, interest එක bank loan එකක් කරන් ගෙවිදි උරුනහම ඒ cash flow එක අඩු වෙනවා. But we need to look at operating profit. Operating එක ව්‍යාපාරේ කොහොමද? සමහර operating profit full upsell. හැබැයි they have not taken loans. Therefore their profitability is up. Right? If you are making decision on the net profit ratio, you would pick that company. If they have not taken loans. Okay, then I mean, net profit take, again, operating profit take. හරිම අඩුයි ඒකේ. හැබැයි net profit එක interest එක නිසා net profit එකක් කරනවා. If you are taking decision on the net profit ratio, you will pick that company. හරි. ඒකේ limitation එකක් ඒ නිසා තමයි මොකද ගන්නෙ? Profit before interest and tax ගන්න. Profit before interest and tax. මෙතෙන්දි හදන්නේ profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed. Right? Capital employed හදන්නේ equity plus non-current liabilities. In other words, total assets minus මේ කැලේ හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් තව ක්‍රමයකට මොකක්ද? Total asset minus current liability. එකක් හරිය. Total asset look at the statement of financial position. Equity plus non-current liability එකම හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් මොකක් කරොත්ද? Total asset එකෙන් අර යටම තියෙන එක අඩු කරොත්. You will be getting same thing. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ capital employed කියන්නේ කොහොමද? How this business is financed. Equity plus non-current liability. Equity plus non-current liability එකෙන් finance කරලා කොච්චර return එකක් එනවද? Operating return එක. value වෙන එකද අඩු වෙන එකද? value වෙන එක. You will pick higher amount. ඒ ROCE එක හොඳ rate එකක් හොඳ more information. Hope that is logically clear. That's right. Second one, liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios, current ratio quick asset ratio. Company A, Company B, 2022, 2023, right. This company current ratio means what? Current asset into current liabilities. මේ company එකේ A company එකේ 2022 හිතන්න 2.5 to 1. Here 2 to 1. Right? Quick asset ratio 0.8 to 1. 0.8 to 1. Here 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Company B 4 to 1. Here 3 to 1. In 2023, 3 to 1. 2023 quick asset 2 to 1. Aril, what is your conclusion in terms of liquidity? මොකද කතාවක් කියන්න ඕනේ by looking at these figures. Okay. Current ratio, what is the rule of thumb? Current ratio, what is the rule of thumb? 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Current asset දෙකයි current liability එකක් දෙනවා හොඳයි කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. ඒක නීතියක් නෙමෙයි හොඳ. Rule එකනේ. පිළිගන්න අපේ සමාන පොත්පත්වල 1.5 to 1 is good කියලා. සමාන පොත්පත්වල. 1.5 එක based on the nature of the business, based on the industry, that can be changed, but generally 2 to 1 is good. Right? The following again, current ratio. So 2.5 kinaka very good. 2 to 1 is good. 2.5 very good. Huh? That's 4.1. This is your conclusion. Now you might be saying very good. Huh? There may be slow moving asset, non-moving asset, inventories. They have invested money unnecessarily. Right? As auditors, sometimes they have, created invoices, but inventories remain unchanged. Next year, inventory will be reversed. Sorry, sales will be reversed. Inventory move වෙලා නැහැ. The sale එක වැඩි වෙනවා, inventory එහෙම තියෙනවා. And what is that? Window dressing. Sale එක නංගනවා invoice ගන්නවා අවසාන අවුරුද්දාන්තිමට invoice ගන්නවා sale එක නංගනවා profit එක නංගනවා ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දේ මුල්ල reverse කරනවා and ඒ වගේම manipulations එන්න පුළුවන් ඒ වගේම කරනවා මිනිස්සු ඉන්නවා manager ඒකට අපේ auditors වශයෙන් we have to have good understanding. So we can identify that through these ratios as well. You can unusual movement එකක් තියෙනවනේ දැන්. ඉතින් current ratio 4 to 1, 3 to 1. Is that good? That is not good at all. because they are keeping assets unnecessary for short term. If they are having more current assets, what they can do is they can invest in long-term investments. They can invest, let's say, they are having more cash, 10 million cash and cash equivalent. What they can do? They can invest in FD. In simple understanding. Current account, savings account, ventilator account, FD account. ඒ වැඩි කාලයක් අවුරුදු 5කට දානවා ෆික්ස් කරලා 125යි ෆික්ස් කරලා FT එතකොට ඒක වලට නෑ කරන්ට් ඇසෙට් ඒක නන් කරන්ට් ඇසෙට් එතන සමහරවිට ඔයා ඉන්න ඕගනයිසේෂන් එක මෙහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So when you can analyze this and you can advise to the board or the management better to do these steps. Another thing is inventories stay in the pull. Quick asset the main current ratio includes what inventories. So Pakistan inventories here. Amara Sandigene Augana Gabada inventories here. It was a New York damage. I maintains around who either what can. Storekeepers and Allah, Vishal Piriva, damage you can analyze. Then you can advise the management better to reduce the inventories. Then you can introduce promotion program, discount scheme, and you can convert them into cash as soon as possible. Then, even the actions done on again, finance team information provide. You can analyze over the period of time and say, right, quick asset ratio. In quick asset ratio, we are eliminating what? Less liquid assets. Less liquid assets would be eliminated from the current assets. One of the less liquid assets, inventories and prepayments. Right? If there are inventories and prepayments in the current asset, you can remove them. Then end cash and cash equivalent and trade receivables. You can compare those two, trade receivables and the cash and cash equivalent into current liabilities. Current liabilities is there. Take a look at the rule of thumb. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Okay, again, company A. Risky area, risky, yes. Risky. Okay. Okay. These are indicators or not? These are indicators. Let's say always 0.8 to 1, 0.7 to 1. Okay, and then value of the hurry actions got value. Things are always better to analyze and see what is the trend. Liquidity issues are plus operations are all. Financial statement better to like why link the ratios Excel. When you take the figures, automatically those ratios also calculated. Right? If you are doing Excel, Excel your ratios other quick as a ratio, whether ratios. Then you can inform your managers, hey, look, there is a big issue. In the next couple of years, we will be suffering a lot if you are not taking corrective action. It is a corrective action done not the indication that the government is there. I mean, Ogato for the delay now, I have to give it up. The may central bank in Kerala. Predictions deal at the මේ ප්‍රෙඩික්ෂන් දීලා තිබ්බේවා. ඒක ඉක්මන් වුණා කවුවම සරාව. සරගතලු දැන් මොන තීරණයක් කියන්නේ ලොකුම මොන තීරණයක් ගත්තා. ටැක්ස් කට් කරන්නේ. 600 billion overnight treasury time වුණා. මොකකින් PE එක 50000 පොඩි පොඩි ගණන් කැපි තිබුණා. 50000 කම්ම කරපු එක රුපියල් 300 200 කැපිලා ආණ්ඩුවට ගියා. ඒ ගියා ආපු ගම මෙයා මොකද කරේ? ඒක ලක්ෂ 2කම මාර්ක් නැග්ගුවා. හරි බැට් එක මිලියන 300 නැග්ගුවා. මිලියන 60යි තිබ්බේ. මිලියන 60 සීමාවේ ෆීස් එක මිලියන 300 නැග්ගුවා පුතා. ඒක මොකක්ද බදු කියන්නේ? ඒ වගේම මාළු මොඩ වැඩ. මේ මාළු මොඩ වැඩ. ඒක ඉතින් මෙහෙමනේ ඊට පස්සේ මොකද කරේ? සල්ලියක් තිබුණා. ආණ්ඩුවට සල්ලි නැහැ. සල්ලියක් තිබුණා. මොළ හතක් තියෙනවා කියලා එයා සල්ලි බෙදුවා 5000 බෙදුවා. එතකොට මනි සර්කියුලේෂන් එක වැඩි රටේ. මිනිස්සු බඩු ඉල්ලනවා බඩු නැහැ. ඉන්ෆ්ලේෂන්. ඒක මහ බැංකුව අධිපති කෙනෙකුත් ඉතින් ඒකම තමයි. එයාගේ money printing and inflation there is no relationship කියලා කිව්වා. අදිත් නිවන් කප්පා. ඒ අපේ වැහේදී තමයි ඉන්නඳ ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන්. හරණ කවුන්ටර් කෙනෙක් තියාගෙන يعني ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල්ස්ලා ඒ නිසා ethics කියන එකක් එන්නේ. There should be ethics. අතර විනෝද දිවේ ඉන්නෝද? එන්නේ රටක් මොනව කරද? රටක් බංකොලොත් කරද? ව්‍යාපාරයක් මොකක්ද? පැත්තකින් කියන්නේ. පාරයක් බංකොලොත් දෙන්නේ බෑ රටක්. ඉතින් ජීවිත රටක් ඉපදෙන්න ඉන්න රටක්. Dangerous. Corruption ඒවා තිබ්බොත් කවදාද අවුල් වෙනවද නැද්ද? පොඩ්ඩක් කරගන්න කරාට කමන්නේ මේ මහත්ය හොඳට වැඩ කරනවා. මහින්ද මහත්ය හොඳට වැඩ කරනවා ඒ විදිහට පිටා කරගන්න කරාට කමන්නේ නැහැ මිනිස්සු ඉන්න දා. ඩිරෙක්ටර් කෙනෙක් රුපියලක් කරගන්න කරොත් අද හෙට දිහා කරගන්න. ඔනේ කම්පැනි ඩිරෙක්ටර් කෙනෙක් රුපියලක් අද කරගන්න. ඉතින් මැටීරියල් වල that is material අපි බලන්නේ එක රුපියලින් නෙමෙයි පුතා. හරිද? කවුද ඒක කරන්නේ? සේවකයෙක් රුපියලක් වරන් කරනවා වගේ නෙමෙයි ඩිරෙක්ටර් කෙනෙක් රුපියලක් වරන් කරනවා. ඒක මම හිතන්නේ ඒක ඇදින තේරුම් ගන්න බැහැ. හරිද? මේචර් එක කවුද කරන්නේ ඒකයි වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. දැන් අද රුපියල එක මිලියන 100ක් වරන් කරනවා. උකරේ ඒ process එක. That means there is no such control. ඒකයි. නිසා ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් හිතන්න. දලා. හොරකම මේකේ කොහොමද ඉඳ තියන්න බෑ. Corruption should be eradicated. හොරු ඉන්නවා. පොඩි තැන් වල එහෙම හොරු ඉන්නවා. තමන් කියන්නේ නෝ ඔළුවට when we were in the university as students in the University of Sri Lanka Department of Accounting, there was the AFMA president, the Student Association president. His Carnesh Roma. And we have a card that they don't. In the first day, a card that in Roba card. What are they? Some here and then. He stolen 10,000 from a check. That was quoted. Because he was requested to step down from presidency because of that 10,000. Only 10,000. Only 10,000. Wada, lead කරනවා ඊට වඩා ප්‍රොග්‍රෑම් කරන්න නැති කියලා. හදා හොඳට වහුණා. ඒ කාලේ 2007 කාලේ 2007 කාලේ. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ කියන්නේ ඇස්පයකට චෙක් එකක් එයාට ආව කියලා එයා සල්ලි අරගෙන මේක අහුණා. එතකොට එහෙම කියන්නේ මම උත්සාහ කරේ කියන්නේ එහෙම යායි ඉන්නවා නැත්te නෑ. ඒ වගේ හොරකාමක් කරන්න ප්‍රෙෂර්ස් එන්න ඕනේ. කියන්නේ ෆෝර් ට්‍රයැන්ගල් කියන හරිද? ෆෝර් ට්‍රයැන්ගල් opportunity pressure rational ඒ වගේ ෆෝර් ට්‍රයැන්ගල් කියනතර ඒ වගේ මොනවා හරි එන්න පුළුවන්. මේ කාලේ ෆෝර්ස් වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් බැරිද? පුළුවන්. be careful. මේ කාලේ ඊට වඩා වැඩි. opportunity එකක් තියෙනවා නම් rational එක වැඩි නේ පුතා. rational එක වැඩි. ඒකකින් අයිකාරව දැනගන්න ඕනේ. මේ ප්‍රෙෂර් එක ඒවා අඩු කරන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒ සේවකයන් හොඳ සලකලා. හරි. සේවකයෝ ඉන්නේ ගොඩක් සෆර් කරනවා නම් definitely they are trying to do fraudulent activities. එතකොට ඒක මේ අපේ ඒරියා එකේ දෙයක් නැද්ද? අපේ කතාන්දරයක්. ඒ නිසා we should inform the management. There is such risk. Therefore, we should take some actions to protect our employees with this crisis situation. We'll do something. සමහරවිට හැම මාසෙම මොන හරි ගෙදරට කෑමට නැත්නම් දරුවන්ගේ අධ්‍යාපනය වෙනුවෙන් පොට්ටි ගන්න දෙනවා ආයතන. පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ? පුළුවන්. පොඩි ගානක් කියයි ඒ වගේම බල්ක් අරගෙන ඒ අදාළ පොත්පත් ටික පෑන් ටික පැන්සල් ටික සපත්තු ටික ඔක්කොම අරන් දෙනවා ආයතන. ඒක ආයතන ලැබිකමක් එනවා. ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් කරන්න හිතෙන්නේ අපේ බොස් අපිට මෙහෙම සලකන්න. ඒ සේවකයන්ගේ ඔළුවේ තියෙන පීඩනය පොඩ අඩු වෙනවා. What decision they are taking? Small decision, but impact is high. You can inform your boss. ඔයාලා තාම එහෙම ඔයාලා ඉගෙන ගන්න. තාම අවශ්‍ය ඉන්නෝනේ තාම මරණය. ඔයාලා තාම ධර්ම වල නැතුව ඉන්නේ. නේ? But you can inform. Shall we do this type of activities? This is the cost, but this will be the return to the business. Okay, financial return anyway. Non-financial things. The same go yano again සමහරට අද එනවා හවස යනවා. Resignation එක. හොඳද? ඉන්නේ නැහැ. උදේ එනවා හවස යනවා. Turnover, staff turnover. කොච්චර cost එකක ඉන්ටර්විව් එකක් conduct කරන්න ඒක කොච්චර cost එකක්ද? ඉන්න මොනසෙ තියාගන්න. යානකොට රටේ නැති ඒක තමයි. ඔයාලා මේක දෙන්න අරක දෙන්න ඉන්න දැන් ඉන්නකම් ඉන්නෝ සමහරවිට දවසක් වරුවක් ඔන්ලයින් වැඩ කරා එනසුරා හරි එතකොට අඩි පොළේ හප්පල නෑ එන්න කියනවා නෑ ඔයා පැය තුනට එන්න ඕනේ ඕන පැය තුනට එන්න පැය පහක් ඉමොන්සෙට යනවා ට්‍රැවලින් පාස්වර්ඩ් ඊට පස්සේ අයින්නේ නෑ ඔයාලා දෙන්නම් කියනවා මේ ඔයා සෙනසුරා දැන් ඔන්ලයින් වැඩ කරන්න අපි දෙන්න හරි ඒ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ රික්වෙස්ට් 7-5කට මයින් කරලා බොස් දෙනවා. ඊට කොප්පොල. දවල්ලා ඒ ඔය මම කියනකොට ඒ වාදෙත් ඒක බොස් මතක් කරනවා. Because a crisis situation එක handle කරන විදිහ ඒක තේරුම් ගන්න. මිනිස්සුත් එක්ක handle කරන විදිහ තේරුම් ගන්න. Right. That's a different story. We'll Come back to our lesson again. How about B comparative? How about B comparative? Comparatively higher amount, 4 to 1, 3 to 1. 3 to 1, 2 to 1. What do you think? That's not good. That's not good. Right? They are keeping their assets unnecessarily. Right? Yeah, they can invest them in long term. Then they can earn lots. They can earn. The method connection එක මොකක්ද පුතා? දැන් මේ මෙතන මම දානවා inventory turnover. Inventory turnover. Inventory turnover make it inventory turnover පහයි. මේකේ 4යි මේකේ 5යි මේක මොකෝ කියන්නේ පුතා? inventory turnover. නේ ඒ analysis එක තියෙන්න ඕන. Inventory turnover කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? How frequently inventories are moving from the business. How frequently inventories are moving from the business. හරිද? මේක inventory turnover එක මොකද කියන්නේ? මේකේ inventory turnover, let's say 2, මේකේ 2.5. So try to understand the connection between these ratios and the inventory turnover. කියන්නේ තේරුණාද? inventory turnover වැඩි වෙන එකද අඩු වෙන එකද? වැඩි වෙන එක හොඳයි. Better to increase inventory turnover ratio. Better to increase. කොහොමද inventory turnover හදන්නේ? Cost of sales divided by average inventory. Cost of sales divided by average inventory. හරිද? දැන් ඔයාලට මේක දැක්කහම inventory turnover is 5. This is good or bad? Good. It's good, very good. Frequently they adopt an inventory residence period. Make for kill 365 divided by 5. ඒ කියන්නේ ඉන්වෙන්ටරි එක කොච්චර කාලයක් තියෙනවද ව්‍යාපාරය තුල විකිරෙනකම්. දැන් අද ගන්නවා දවස් කීයක් ඉන්වෙන්ටරි එක තියන්න ඕනද? කවුරුර එනකම් ගන්න. 73 days. මෙතන එනදිරිතු ලොකුයි නේ. මාස දෙකක් තියන්න ඒක ලොකු වැඩි. comparatively මෙතන 91 මෙතන 183යි. තව 183ක් තියෙනවා. මෙතන 146. This is inventory residence period. දවස් කීයක් තියෙනවද? Then you need to understand the connection between inventory turnover and the inventory residence period. Inventory turnover and the inventory residence period. The inventory turnover ratio එක වැඩි වෙන හොඳද නරකද? හොඳයි. බලන්න 5 ඉඳන් දවස් 63කින් සෙල් වෙනවා. inventory turnover අඩු වෙන්න මොකද? දෙකනේ අඩුම දවස් 183ක් යනවා. දවස් 183කට පස්සේ තමයි විකුණ ගන්න පුළුවන්. අද බඩු ගන්නවා දවස් 183ක් තියනවා ගබඩාවේ. Is that good? No. Right. That is not good. හරි. ඒවාට එතන කනෙක්ෂන් එක පේනවා දැන්. වැඩිපුර තොග තිබ්බම මොකද වෙන්නේ? වැඩිපුර මහා විශාල තොගයක් තියෙනවා. එතන මම කියන්නේ එතන ඉන්වෙන්ටරි කරනකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? අඩු වෙනවා. ඒවා බෙදෙන්නේ ලොකු ගානක් ඉන්නේ. හොඳ නැත්නම් මොකද වෙන්නේ? යට බෙදෙන cost of sale should be divided by average inventory. So ये लोग याता बेचने में महान लोगों ना हो रहे turnover will be less. तो पढ़ा होता अभी इन्वेंटरी का क्लेम चेंज करते हैं होता कॉस्मोस सेल है होता तो मूव है तो अभी कॉस्मोस अभी इन्वेंटरी का समय पे मेन थी तो देखो वासी बोला है जैसे वासी बोला है आई मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट का काटूंगी डैमेज ये वाला भी ना देखा वासी जीप में तो देखो तो कनेक्ट करा तो जीप ये वाला हम करना तो होता है नहीं है because jeep method is not suitable for some industry hospitals හැබැයි ඉක්මනින් කියලා මහා ලොකුවට තෝග ගබඩා කරන් ඉන්න ඕනේ නෑ. මහා ලොකුවට තෝග ගබඩා කරන් ඉන්න ඕනේ නෑ. වෙන විදිහට we can arrange it. පැහැදිලි කියන්නේ. සමහර වෙලාවට ඔයාලගේ ආයතන අනවශ්‍ය ලෙස තෝග ගබඩා වගේ ඇති. අනවශ්‍ය ලෙස. Look at that. check කරලා බලන්න. financial statement වල check කරලා පුළුවන් analyze කරන්න. निकाम में raw figures देने you should analyze and see ये वाला दाल बालन ratios दाल बालन what is it that is the value addition that you can give to the organization හරි ඊට පස්සේ මොකද්ද I think now you can understand better දැන් මේවා connections තියෙනවා දැන් බලන්න හතරට එක තියෙන එකේ තමයි අඩුම inventory කරනවා ඒ හතරට එක කියන්නේ එතන ලොකු inventory එකක් ඇති විශාල inventory එකක් ඇති මේ current asset අස්සේ that is not good. හතරට ගන්න. B එකේ 2022 බලන්න. 4 to 1 inventory also higher මේ lesser inventory. දවස් 183 දවස් 30 inventory එක sell කරා. දැක්ක ගමන් ව්‍යාපාරික කියවන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. හරි. හරි. කොහොම දැන් දවස් 173ක් 83ක් ඉඳලා ඔන්න කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක් එනවා පුතා ණයට ගන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි විතර ණයට. right? What do you mean by debtors turnover ratio? What do you mean by debtors turnover? What do you mean by debtors turnover? How frequently entity is selling on credit? Better to increase or better to decrease? Huh? Currently, what is the line is the for the rent? දැන් හිතන වෙන්නේ අපිට දෙන්න තියනවා හොඳයි කියලා එහෙම නෙමෙයි. Big companies they are trying to move those inventories. දැන් inventory එක දවස් 183ක් පල්ලෙවි තියෙනවා. ඔන්න එකේ කෙනා ගන්නවා. දෙන්නේ නැද්ද? Then you should sell it. That is the purpose of doing a business. Yeah? We need to sell it. We need to promote our business and we need to sell it. Right? On the other hand, the data turnover data turnover credit sales divided by average the order reaction on. This is the discussion. This is the discussion. As a story, we will be discussing. It has to write down. Hari, debtors කරනවා හරි. දැන් අපි කතා කරමු මොකද? දැන් මෙතනින් මෙහා මොන ratios මේ කතා කරන්නේ? Efficiency ratios. ඒ කියන්නේ efficiency ratios කියලා. සමහර අය මේකට liquidity ratios අස්සේ මේවත් කතා කරනවා පුතා. Right? මොකද මම ඊළඟ කතා කරගෙන ඉන්නේ debtors turnover. Debtors turnover ratio. What do you mean by that? How frequently entities are selling their goods on credit? Better to increase. Better to increase. හරි. ණයට හරි දෙන එක වටිනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි දැන ගන්නවා recover කරගන්න. We should know how to recover money. Either අපි debtors turnover එක දාමු එකෙත් එහෙම debtors turnover here 10 here 8 Here, make a debtors class. Only go down. Make a 5. Make a 6. Right. Uda, debtors turnover. May හතර බැලුවම මොන කම්පැනිද මොන year එකද හොඳ? හොඳම. A company 2023 is better. Right? Better. Comparatively, that company is better. That year is better. Debtors collection period. ඊළඟ එක ලියන්නේ එතන හොඳටම තේරෙනවා. Debtors collection period. How to calculate it? 365 divided by debtors turnover ratio. 365 divided by debtors turnover ratio. උන්දියට පා බෙදීම කීයද එතකොට? පළවෙනි එකේ දින කීයද? එතන කීයද දින? 305 8 බෙදුවම 45. Make it 36. Approximately 36 කියලා make it 5 බෙදුවම 100 නෑ 73 නේ. මෙතන 5 බෙදුවම 64. 61, right? Okay, 61. Correct. ඒ දින ගන්න බැලුවම හොඳම කොම්පැනි මොකක්ද? A company which year? 36. That meaning, what is the meaning of it? Within 36 days, we can collect money from the debtors. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි දවස් 36 debtor දීලා තියෙනවා. Repeat it. We have given 36 days. Within 36 days, we are going to collect money. We व्यापार करना है तो दुकान खाली है තමයි කියන්නේ ඔය ලොකු කම්පැනිස් ක්‍රෙඩිට් පීරියඩ් දීලා අපි පර්චේස් කරනවලු අපි ගන්නවා ක්‍රෙඩිට් අනික තමයි ක්‍රෙඩිටර්ස් ගන්නවා ලයික් ක්‍රෙඩිටර්ස් ගන්නවා කියන්නේ what do you mean by creditors turnover ratio? Creditors turnover ratio. How frequently we are purchasing on? Better to increase or better to decrease? Better to increase. Then asset පැත්තෙන් දෙකක් කතා කරලා. Inventory turnover මොකක්ද කියන්නේ interpretation එක? Better to increase. Debtors turnover also asset නේ අපිට. What is the interpretation? Better to increase. Now we are talking about creditors. Is that asset or liability? Liability. Now you are saying better to increase credit. Better to increase or better to decrease? Better to decrease. Better to decrease. Then we purchase කරන එකන්නේ. That is that අනිත් පැත්ත බලන එක expense ගන්න. නේද? දැන් ඉස්සෙල්ලා කතා කරන්නේ sale එකක්. දැන් අපි කරන්නේ expense වැඩි වෙන එක හොඳයි. ඒක බොහොම result කියන කතාව. sale එක වැඩි වෙනකොට comparative expenses තියෙන එක හරි. ඒක හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ තර්ක දෙකක් නෑ ඒක අනුලාගෙන නැත්නම්. sale එක නම් ගන්නේ කොහොමද? cost of sale නම් ගන්න. cost of sale අනිවාර්යෙන් නම් කියනවා තියෙනවනේ ඉතින්. ඒ direct cost. උනාරම ගන්න බෑ. නේද? ඒකනේ ඊට වඩා ගැඹුරින් අපි සාකච්ඡා කරමු. එතකොට creditors turnover ratio. How to calculate it? Credit purchase slash credit purchase දීලා නැත්තම් ඔයාලට credit purchase සමගත් බෑ ඒක report එක. cost of sale තමයි ගන්න. slash කියලා ගාලා cost of sale. Credit purchase slash cost of sales. divided by average creditors. Average creditors. What happened? Creditors turnover. Then when you get the ability for that. Your creditors balance should be lower or higher. Creditors value comparatively higher. And for the participant, creditor value higher on the creditors turnover ratio. The higher value comparatively. Creditor settlement fee. Creditor settlement fee. How to calculate it? Creditor settlement fee. $365 divided by $365 divided by creditors turnover A and B. Creditors turnover here company A අපි දෙක ගමු 2000. කවුරුද ගමු? Creditors turnover එනවා Creditors turnover ratio එක අපි හිතමු මෙයාගේ එනවා 5ක් එනවා මෙයාගේ එනවා 8ක්. දැන් මෙයාගේ 10ක් ගමු. හරිද? හොඳට බලන්න. How to calculate creditors turnover? Cost of sales divided by average creditors. Average creditors අපි තමයි cost of sales 10000ක් ගමු. මෙතන කීයද එතකොට මෙතන වැටෙන්න ඕන කීයද? average creditor කීයද පුතා? 2000. මෙතන 1000. Whether average creditor 2000, whether 1000. When you see the creditors turnover, which company is better? Which company is better? B. Then. B then. A is better. A is better because less creditors turnover ratio. And creditors settlement period. All other 365 divided by creditors turnover ratio. Make a 5 better. Make a 10 better. So method is had the Dunai method is higher. Is that dinner number of days. Monocompany is on A. We can enjoy 73 days credit period. We can enjoy 73 days credit period. When let's say you purchase something today, you will be settling after 73 days. Is it good or bad? That is good. You can enjoy that. So, ඒකට හොඳ bargaining power එකක් තියෙන්න ඕන. දැන් ඔය අප්සෙට් නම් ඔයාලා එක දවසක් credit period දෙන්න. සල්ලි වලට තමයි කරන්නේ. But if you have good relationship, good rapport with the suppliers, you can bargain. හරිද? දැන් අපේ ඊළඟ බංකුලොත් වෙලා නැහැ කියවනේ. ඒ කතාව නෙමෙයි මේ තියෙන්නේ හොඳද? ඒතකොට දින ගන්න කියන්න බෑ. තාම නෑ මොනවද අපේ. ඒ කතාව නෙමෙයි මේ. With the discussion, with the bargaining power, if we can extend the time period, that's good. මේ අපි පැත්තෙන් හිතන්න. දැන් මේකම තව කෙනෙකුට debtors collection period. හරියට. මේ අපේ පැත්තෙන් කියන්නේ interpretation එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. හරිද? දැන් මේක තාකාගන්නේ debtors collection period එක. එයාට අපි කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? better to reduce. අපේ පැත්තේ අපි කියන්නේ මේ creditors settlement එක increase. පැහැදිලිද? decision maker ගේ පැත්තෙන් කතාව වෙනස් වෙනවා. එතකොට දැන් ඔයාලා අතන තේරුම් ගන්න, ඒ කියන්නේ ක්‍රෙඩිටර් යම් ප්‍රමාණයක් තියෙනකොට තමයි මොන වෙන්නේද? debtors creditors turnover ratio එක අඩු වෙන්නේ. That means we are given more days. We are given more days. We are enjoying that credit period and we will be settling. For that we have to have good financial management. Working capital management. Did you understand that? Okay. What is operating? Sorry, cash cycle. Operating cash cycle, right? Operating cash cycle. Operating cash cycle. Operating cash cycle. කොහොමද හදන්නේ? Operating cash cycle එක කොහොමද හදන්නේ? Inventory residence fee දැන් අපිට රුපියල් දකින්න කොච්චර කාලයක් යනවද? This is a cycle නේ. ඔන්න අපි බඩු හදනවා. හදලා complete කරලා දවස් කීයක් තියන්න ඕනද? දවස් කීයක් තියන්න ඕනද? Inventory residence fee. Let's say we need to keep 73 days. ඔන්න ඊට පස්සේ එනවා ණයට අපි විකුණන මේ බඩු. අවදවස් 73ක් දෙනවා credit fee. අපි රුපියල් දකින්න කොච්චර කාලයක් යනවද? 73 දෙකක් යනවා. කල්පනා කළා මේක හරියද කියලා? හදනවා ඉන්වෙන්ටරි ගබඩාවේ තියෙන දවස් 73ක් ඔන්න කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක් කියනවා ණයට විකුණනවා දවස් 73ක් දෙනවා නම් ක්‍රෙඩිට් ෆී. දවස් 146ක් ගිහිල්ලා දැන් රුපියල් පාව දැකලා නැහැ. හරි? දවස් 146ක්. ඊට පස්සේ අපිට එහෙම මාසාදාර නැහැ. අපි බඩු ණයට අරන් තියෙන්නේ. හරි? මේ බඩු ණයට අරන් තියෙන්නේ. ගේම ගහලා තියෙන්නේ ණයට අරන් තියෙන්නේ. අපිට හම් වෙනවා ක්‍රෙඩිටර්ස් ලගින් දවස් 150. ඒක අඩු කරනවා. අන්න එතන වෙනවා. මොකද? ඔපරේටිං මොකද කියන්නේ cash operating cycle. cash operating cycle එක අඩු වෙන්නේ කොහොමද පුතා? cash operating cycle එක අඩු වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? very good. කොහොමද යන්නේ? අර දෙක එකතු කරලා අවසානයේ අඩු කරනවා. What? Inventory residence period plus debtors collection period minus creditors settlement period. Average we should be that student should be provided information in order to calculate average. Let's say in this particular year, if you need to take average data, you should be provided this year closing and the opening balance. Let's say you are not provided opening balance, then what you should do? You should take closing. Let's say you are given balances at each and every month. How to get average? හැම මාසෙම අවසානයේ ඉන්න debtors වල දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒක මොකද කරන්නේ? Yes, that is more accurate one. $ම එකතු කරලා $ක් බෙදන්න. ඒක තමයි හොඳටම accurate. නේද? දවස ගන්න දීලා තිබ්බොත් දවසම data ඉන්නවා. මොකද කරන්නේ? Typically every day you have the debtors. You can take it in the අවසාන column එකට ගන්න 365ක් පස්සේ අවසානයේ එනවනේ column. එකතු කරලා 365 බෙදන්න. That is the most accurate average data balance. නේද? හරිද? And then the coming here, some of the seasonal effects came from Mulla. Whether Sampurna Udayata here is the nice average. Maybe Mahagay over there in the Ghana and then the dog at the park, then able to have that. Any other Mulaya, but in practical analysis, you can take. You have data. You have data, you can analyze on that. Why eliminate the seasonal effects? Seasonal effects will be considered. April month, data balances when you input. That will improve. That is based on the provided information. And if you have provided information, then you can clarify. Otherwise, you can take close to that. No issue. Right? The way closing that, you can balance. About the next time, now we ratios of the profitability done, then liquidity done, then efficiency done, then solvency ratio, and then the gearing ratio, solvency and the gearing. Break a water. Huh? You need a break? Take a break and come with me. 5 to maximum 10 minutes. Huh? අපි 24 ටයි අන්තිම ලෙක්චර් එක කරේ ඔන්ලයින් ගියසතියේ 24th බලන්න පුතා 24th නේ අද ඇවිල්ලා එකද දෙකද? දෙක. දෙක.
But it's not obvious. So that's where I get the opportunity to
Right. Right. So while the others are coming, I would check your book. Give me website. I need to see your homework. Practice question number 2. You. Incomplete, but you have done the adjustment. Eh? If you have done the adjustment, better wait the orders. Take me there. Then, I'm correct on that. Not that. Not that. Here, very simple. Again, on the vocabulary, there are balance between they are in notation. Not done. You are not done. Practice question number 2. No. This is the reason for failing subjects. You are expecting answers from the lecturer. You are not doing anything. What you are doing is you are writing the same thing that we provide. You are writing your fresh answer in the main exam. That is your first experience. Suffering or not? Suffering. හරිද? ඔක තමයි ෆේල් වෙන්න හේතුව. වෙන හේතුවක් නැහැ. ඒ අනේ ගානක් කියවලා මේ කොහොමද කතන්දරය කියලා තේරුම් ගන්න ability එක practice වෙන්නේ නැහැ. I will check the books. I will check the books. තම ආපු ගමන් second question එක discuss කරේ නැහැ නේද? නේ මම කිව්වද homework විදිහට කරන්නේ නේද? කිව්වද නැද්ද? කිව්වා. ඒ part එක කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක කරාම මම discuss කරන්න ඕනේ. I can check the books. And complete you have to have that curiosity. දැන් ඔක භාගයට කරලා නවත්තන්න විදිහක් නැහැ. දෙන්නයි හදලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ පුදා භාගයට කර දෙන භාගයෙන් ඔක්කොම දාලා දෙන්න. adjustments ඔක්කොම දාලා දෙන්න. adjustment 5ක් දාලා දෙන්න. එතෙන්ට වඩේ පටන් ගන්න ඉවර නොකර ඉන්න විදිහක් නැහැ. එනවා මහා කුතුහලයක් තියෙන්න ඕන ඉවර කරලා. අන්තිමට total asset should be equally total equity and liability. මොකක්ද කුතුහලයක් තියෙන්නේ. We have to have that. Right. You can sign this. හරියට ඊළඟ දවසේ එනකොට හදාගන්න. Next week I will be taking your presentation. Did you understand what you call assignment instructions? I have clearly given that. You need to identify how many members in the group? How many members in the group? 5. 5 to 6. About how many industries? 2 industries. How many companies that you should select? 2 companies. Industry company. It was it. You should focus on the disclosures. Disclosures of selected standards, including financial instruments. The financial instruments are disclosure in the standard of that SLFRS 7. I don't need to see SLFRS 9. Samalata ISLF 9 class B. You should focus on the requirement. What is the focus? Disclosures. Right? You should identify the gap. මොකද gap එක? කොහෙන්ද කල් ඉවරයි ඉන්නවද? Anyone, any group? Oh. එකක්වත් පටන් ගත්තද නැත්නම්? මොනවද කරේ? බෙදාගෙන දෙනවා. ඔයා බෙදාගන්න මොකද? පාගි මොකද? Identify කර මොකද ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ් එක කියන්නේ පුළුවන් කෙනෙක් කියන ඔයාගේ ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ් මොකක්ද? Financial insurance. ඔයා විතරයි කරන්නේ. තව කෙනෙක් කියනවා. හරි. මොකද ඒක කරන්නේ හිතන්නේ?
disclosures තියෙන ඒවා extract අරගෙන පෙන්නනවා ඊට පස්සේ identify කරගන්නවා standard එකත් එක්ක බලලා මොනවද මේකේ මදි කියලා. හරි.
හරි. You understood the thing that you should do, right? First you have to have a list of disclosures as per the standard. Right? Take it. Then you can go to that financial statement and what are the available disclosures. So ඒක ඉස්සරහින් දාන්න පුළුවන්. සමහර ඒවා නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්, සමහරව තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. Ultimately you can express this is the total number of disclosures as per SLFRS 7 in this company. 50% or 80% of disclosures available. So නැති ඒවා ගැන අපි ඇයිද කියලා ඔය අපේ discussion එකක් එන්න ඕන. Why? තමයි industry එක නිසා තමයි ඒක applicable නැති වෙන්නේ. හරිද කියන්නේ? ලස්සනට කරන්න. ඒක වෙලා යනවාද? අද රැට ඉවර කරලා හෙට උදේට සම්මිට් කරලා ප්‍රශ්න කරන්න බෑ. තේරුණාද කියන්නේ? එහෙම කරන්න පුළුවන් එකක් නෙමෙයි මේ assignment. You need to go through your standard as well as annual report. හරිනේ? නිකන් ආවද කියලා කරන්න බෑ. හරිනේ? I will take presentations as well. So the elected people will present. I will appoint 2 to 3 people to present. Other people will defend the question. Randomly select. Alright? Presentations there. Okay. So within next week, I will be taking a video. Midterm test එකක් සති දවසක මැද online එකක් දානවා මේ සතියේ මැද maybe Thursday වගේ රැට back right MCQ you can answer for that then this one report as well as presentation so the assignments තුනක් වගේ එනවා okay. Coming back to our lesson again. Next, before that, I need to see your answers next year. What are the answers? Make question again, answer the order. Ani කරන්න. එහෙම නොකරන බෑ. ඒක තේරුමක් නෑ. හරි. සමහර අය lecture එක attend වෙන්න ඉවර වෙන්න කිට්ටු වෙනකොට then 10:45ට විතර එනවා සමහරලා. ඒකත් තේරුමක් නැහැ. What is the most significant component in this lecture series? Examination or attending lectures? Examination only 3 hours. Attending lectures, sharing experiences, discussion. That is the most important. That's it. Exam pass වෙන විතරක් නෙමෙයි exam එක pass වෙන්න content එක තරම් ඉන්නේ. හරි okay. Gearing ratios. Under that there are a couple of ratios. First one, gearing ratio, non-current liabilities divided by equity plus non-current liabilities. Here total capital. Meaning total capital. Compare total capital, what is the debt capital percentage? Then you will be getting gearing. Some companies are maintaining high gearing, some companies maintaining low gearing. High gearing companies, low gearing. So what is accepted range? 50% is okay, but higher than 50%? Risky. Higher than 50%? Risky comparatively, right? But that would be subject to nature of the industry, nature of the business, size of business. There are many factors, right? Sometimes some companies are maintaining 70% gearing ratio. That means debt is higher. Sometimes that is the nature of the business. If they can justify that, no issue. But generally, better to keep around 50% gearing ratio. අපේ වගේ රටක gearing ratio එක 70% යනවා කියන්නේ high operating ඒ කියන්නේ finance cost. සමහර රටවල interest rate එක 1%, 1.5%, very insignificant percentage. But our country 17%, 18%, 20, 25% interest rate. So a percentage is there. Can you imagine? That's what I said. That is based on the nature of the business, nature of the context of the country. That will be dependent. Some other finance and debt running. Debt running is finance. Insignificant interest rate. Right, okay. Next one, write down interest coverage. Interest coverage. Interest coverage. What do you mean by interest coverage ratio? Interest coverage ratio. What do you mean by that? How many times that an entity can pay interest on their operating profit? How many times that they can pay interest on their operating profit? Particularly, this type of ratios are looked at by banks or financial institutions. Before granting a loan, that ratio, interest coverage ratio can be investigated. Profit before interest and tax divided by interest expense. Profit before interest and tax divided by interest expense. Profit before interest and tax divided by interest expense. So then number of times, don't multiply by 100. That number of times better to increase. Better to increase. Better to increase. Right. Okay. You know what? Debt to equity ratio. Debt to equity ratio. Debt to equity. Now, debt to equity. Debt is a not the equity. Debt to equity. Debt measure equity measure. Interest bearing. And what is the less bank body long term debt interest bearing long term loan. Interest bearing long term loan. All these short term financial facilities. Other thing right? Okay. Okay. OD එකක් debt එකක් තමයි ණයයි. ණයයි. හරි. ඒකත් ඇතුළු කරලා මට එකක් හදලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. Because everything we do for decision making. Right? Okay. Debt ratio debt equity level is debt equity level. ඊළඟට ලියා ගන්න පුතා shareholders ratio. Last one, shareholders ratio. Shareholders ratio. You know how you look at it. Are you look at me? अनुपात के ना किया shareholder. First one, EPS, earnings per share. Earnings per share, EPS. How to calculate? There is standard as well. What is the standard number? 33 earnings per share. 33, everything is 33. I will be touching it. කතා කරන්න ඕනේ standard එක. මේ කතා කරමු අපේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් දෙකක් තුනක් තියෙනවා අපිට lectures නේ. කවද exam අප්‍රේල් මාසෙකට. අප්‍රේල් අන්තිමයි. We have time. We have time. EPS, how can it? Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders divided by number of ordinary shares. Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders. Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders divided by number of ordinary shares. For ordinary shares. Right? Better to increase or decrease? EPS. Better to increase. Better to increase. Better to increase. EPS का भी ना है. It was price earning ratio. PE ratio क्या है? How to calculate price earning ratio? How to calculate price earning ratio? Market price per share divided by EPS. They got better to increase. A number of times and again price earning ratio मिले equivalent बात है. Price earning ratio better to increase. Because market price is determined based on demand and supply of shares in the share market. Earning per share based on book value, book profit and profitability and the number of shares issued. Price earning ratio. Then earning yield ratio. Earning yield ratio. If you how to calculate it? EPS over divided by market price multiplied by 100. It is mark करना मेरी तरह 100. NP market price multiplied by 100. Then they got calculator on that. The market price එක earning yield එක කොච්චර? ඊට පස්සේ dividend per share, DPS. Dividends per share. Hold on. Dividend divided by number of ordinary shares. Dividend per share नहीं, per share है dividend की है. Dividend per share. Write down the email. Earnings yield and EPS divided by market price multiplied by 100. Market price multiplied by 100. For the audit shareholders, we will tell our profit shareholders, for the name audit shareholders. Again, the number of audit shareholders. Right. Okay. Okay, then as I mentioned earlier, return on equity also can be mentioned under shareholders ratio. Profitability Right? Return on equity given as return on equity, ROE. Return on equity, ROE. How to calculate it? Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders. Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders. Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders divided by equity. Multiplied by 100. Better to increase, huh? What is the profit attributable to ordinary shareholders? If entity issue preference shares, we need to deduct preference share dividends from the profit after tax. Because that is not attributable to ordinary shareholders. We should pay dividends from preference shareholders. Therefore, we should deduct it, remove it from profit after tax. Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders. ඒක බෙදන්න නම් මොනවද equity එකේ. එතකොට ලැබෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? Return on equity. Return on equity. Right. Now, almost there are some other ratios as well, but we have covered important ratios. That is, if we are given a financial statement, can you analyze and conclude? Can you analyze and conclude? Can you do that? Can you do that? Can, fine. There, I can give you an activity. What is activity? No marks, right? But you can do an activity. Voluntarily, you can do it. By next day, now you have already selected financial statement. Financial statement. When financial statement, what you can do? You can practice horizontal analysis, vertical analysis, and ratio analysis. And I will create a link in the LMS. You can upload your analysis individually. Mark then in a Mark then of you Allah Sakwa. Mark the network for your improvement. You can invest around 1 hour, download and copy the figures and paste them into Excel. Ratio sticker, link link upload. Within couple of days, you can do it. Take activity. We have not calculated any ratio here. I just discussed practical implications and how to interpret. Now, what you need to do is you can compare. Then how you become figures to 2000. So that I will do comparison. Comparison. Do it. Maybe but Excel practice. There are a lot of benefits. I will create that link today. Other link create annual report. Assignment report submit. Okay, other day. Right? Pressure you need to do a lot of activities. Pressure okay. Right. Then calculate benefits of using ratio analysis. There are a lot of benefits in ratio analysis. Even though I have not touched that, there are multiple benefits. We started with limitations. But there are many benefits. One of them, financial data more meaningful, help managers of business analysts make effective decisions, can assist predicting potential business earnings, can assist in seeing financial business strengths, spotting business weaknesses. These are limitations. Already we have discussed them. Window dressing maybe. Right. Now, take 2 pages again. Take 2 pages. LKA 21 foreign exchange rate. Foreign effect of foreign exchange rates. Right, okay. Effect of foreign exchange rates. Effect of foreign exchange rates. Foreign exchange rates. LKS 21. Did you learn the standard before? No. LKS 21. There are some definitions. And mainly we will be discussing foreign activities. There are 2 things. What are those 2 things? Foreign transactions, foreign operations. Foreign transactions, foreign operations. What do you mean by that? Foreign transactions and foreign operations. What do you mean by that? Can you explain that? Can you please write down? This is the structure that we will be discussing. This is the structure. Quote rate, closing rate, functional currency, presentation currency. Quote rate, closing rate, functional currency, presentation currency, monetary assets, monetary assets, monetary assets. Right. Okay. Now, did you write this? Foreign currency, sorry, foreign transaction, foreign operations. Ready? Right. I am happy to. Early entity. Early entity is located in Sri Lanka. right? Salaries are paid in LKR. LKR. Salaries are paid in LKR. Raw materials acquired by paying LKR. All operations are done in LKR. Sorry? Early entity sold goods to Australian company. Australian company. What is the currency? Australian dollars. Australian dollars. Early entity sold goods to Australian company. Let's say we have sold Australian dollars 5,000. Right? Australian dollars 5,000. Right. There is a USA company. There is a USA company. They have invested on shares. USA company එක අපේ අරලියේකට shares මිලට අරන් තියෙනවා. Can happen? Can. No problem. එතකොට investor. හරි. මෙයාගේ currency මොකක්ද? US dollars. අපේ currency එක මොකක්ද? LKR. LKR. Right? Now, in this case, is there any transaction happen? Are there any transactions happen? Yes. Export, and sometimes they can purchase raw materials from other countries. India, import and export. Those are called what? Foreign currency transactions. What do you mean by foreign operations? Our branch is in India. Our entity's branch is in India. Maybe subsidiary is another country. Foreign operation. Foreign operation. In this case, what is the functional currency? What is the functional currency? මේ කතාන්දරේ functional currency මොකක්ද? අර entity ගේ functional currency මොකක්ද? What is the functional currency of RLE entity? What do you mean by functional currency? Currency in which that particular business environment is used. A business environment එකේ territory එකේ use කරන currency. A business environment එක වැරදිට තේරුම් ගන්න එපා. හොඳයි දැන් මෙහෙම හිතන්න. You just search Haley's fabric. Haley's fabric annual report download කරන ටික ගන්න. Haley's fabric. What is the functional currency? That is a Sri Lankan company doing business in Sri Lanka. What is the functional currency? Haley's fabric. Haley's fabric. Haley's fabric download කරන්න මට කරලා ඇති. Aries Fabric PLC, yeah. 2021-2020 maker for the share. Right. Hope you can see online. People also can see now. Fabric में Aries Fabric. Profit after tax. All figures are in what? US dollars. US dollars. Right? Here the annual report is figure. And financial statement. Auditor's report, see? Auditor's report. EY. Look at this. All figures are in US dollars. All figures are in US dollars, even though that business is located in Sri Lanka, functional currency US dollars. Right? දැන් සමහර හිතන් ඉන්නේ නැති ලංකාවේ බිස්නස් නම් අනිවාර්යෙන් LKR වලින් යන්න ඕනේ. No. No. Functional currency. Functional currency is what? Functional currency need to be determined. Functional currency should be determined. Determined. It is select කරන්න බෑ. That should be determined. Right? Based on the, there are many factors to be considered. How salaries are paid. The main company බොහෝ විට salaries pay කරන්නේ US dollars වලින්. Raw materials purchase කරන්නේ US dollars වලින්. Right? All operation, majority of the operation done in US dollars. Either functional currency would be US dollars. Right? So what do you mean by presentation currency? Most of the cases, presentation currency and functional currency same. Most of the cases. But what do you mean by presentation currency? Currency in which financial statements are prepared. හරි කියන්නේ හිතන්න ලෝකයේ දැන් මගේ උදාහරණේ මේ උදාහරණේ in this example this USA investor can request, hey, this financial statement should be prepared in US dollars. In this case, functional currency is LKR නේ. දැන් මේ උදාහරණය LKR functional currency. මම කියපු උදාහරණ ඔක්කොම salary ගෙවන්නේ LKR මම කියවනේ මලින්නේ. So functional currency is LKR. හැබැයි අපේ ඇමරිකානු අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් I need to see your financial statement with LKR. Sorry, US dollars. එහෙනම් මොකද ඒ currency මොකක්ද? Presentation currency. If we are producing financial statement with another currency, that's a presentation currency. The බොහෝ විට functional currency and the presentation currency same. But there are instances where this type of request. Right? The USA කියන ඉල්ලන අපේ financial statement එක convert කරන්න මොකටද? Presentation currency. Correct? Now did you understand presentation currency and functional currency? Functional currency and presentation. Okay? Olia gandoa. Terwak. Ini lihat deh nih. Para kue lainnya mah. Para kue. Di sana nih. Kalau sudah dilihatkan deh. Kalau kali lihat itu dalamnya kemudian. Kalau itu nanti kan. Kalau nanti apa? Antara mana dia kalau kalau itu sih. Kalau ini bisa minta tadi ini dari kemana? Kalau kan ini betul. Dan ada tu, ada tu, ada tu. Baik, bos. Agar mereka ini ya. And equally contribute to make a more. The maker of that in the partner. Pelanggan itu saya pelanggan itu ada. Video tengahnya, video saya ceknya sekali. Nanti kita video. Next page. Atas kos. Ada exam. Kena dia mak ada video kan demi media. Saya observe. Saya only debate. Then, really that could be the practice. For the most important thing is attending the lecture. Remember, we need to protect for quality. Otherwise, you can get the certificate. If we are going to do that, if we are going to you see the quality reflection. Logo is institute para logo is. Members protest करना है था अब quality का drop होना ये बात members howling in है कर दिया charter institute के नाम है as members we need to protect the quality एक है बोलो हरी होता है ये अभी कौन सा वैल्यू करा discrimination है करना है मेरे members है क्या करने में ये जो भी आप करा तो एक Under research methodology.
Now working with multiple lines. Oh, is here and I have come and then organization. After program here, the master capital like in most of the companies have started already annual.
Yeah.
There is a vending of most of the year
Can understand. You can discuss with that prospective lecturer, but likely you can discuss with I'm not going to answer the name of the lecturer.
It's just to explain our situation.
Can understand, but you can manage your time. Yeah.
Most of the people are working in holiday.
Yeah.
That time we can't do because like 8 to 5. Oh, God, the big motivation.
Yeah, big. The layer already gone. Because I know because I'm coordinating level 3 internship in University of Srilanka. I know that how our students are pressurized by the seniors. Sometimes juniors are going there without informing anything. Big responsibilities are given.
The notice period also they short by set of their annual leaves and also most of the companies collapse because of the recruitment delays are there and most of them will leaving without proper notice.
Yes.
Only some people have only 2 weeks notice, the accountant designations because they set off the annual leave balance. So within 2 weeks, no HR will recruit an accountant, competent accountant. So most of the people are stuck in their work and
Even audit firm that is, most of trainees are in, mental stress with one another. This depression can, is a first year, third year, I mean, yeah. I think, the audit firm, එක කොම්පැනි එකේ තනින් කරන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ සීනියර් එකට සීනියර් කියලා නංගිලා කරන්නේ. කියලා මොනවද කරන්නේ? The senior pressure එක වැඩි යට මේක අදියලා තියෙනවද? console එක. ඒක කම්පැනි පොඩි කම්පැනිස් වලත් තියෙනවා. ඒක ගියපු දවසම කම්පැනි එක. ඉතින් දාලා තිබුණා ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මතක අපි මමත් ඒ කීකේට අපි අයියලා අක්කලා කියා දුන්න මේව මල්ලි කරපන් මේව කරපන් කියලා. මුල් කිව්වේ අල්ලගන්න නැගන්න. පාට අතරින් බෑ නෑ. ඒ සීනියර් දැනගන්න ඕනේ. හරි යාගේ ප්‍රෙෂර් එක යවනවා නැති. මේ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ ජීවිතත් එක්ක සෙල්ලම් කරනවා. හරි. අර ඒ කියන ඔඩිට් ෆර්ම් එපා කිව්වේ. ඒ ළමයාගේ ස්ටෝරි එක තමයි පව්. ගෙදරට සල්ලි යන ළමයාට 10000 අම්මා ඉන්නම සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම. මොකද තාත්තා ජොබ් එකක් එහෙම කරන ගිහිලා එහෙම පවුලක්. හරි ඒ මුළු ෆැමිලි එකේම සල්ලි නැහැ. හරි මේල් එකයි වහන්නේ. හරි යපුර ඇකවුන්ටිංగ్ ඩිපාර්ට්මන්ට් සිලෙක්ට් කරලා තියෙනවා ඒ අය දුප්පත්කම නිසා. මහන්සියලා වැඩ කරලා මේමක් ගහගෙන ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. හරි ඊට පස්සේ දැන් ඔය ඔඩිට් ෆර්ම් එකේ යනවා 10000 හම්බෙන්නේ. ඒ 10000 ගෙදර තියෙන ආර්ථික ප්‍රශ්න නිසා ගෙදරට සල්ලි යනවා. හරි that is the situation. එතන අර ප්‍රෙෂර් ගෙනනොත් ඒ ළමයිද උත්සාහ කරනවා මොකක් හරි වොට් ජොබ් එකක් කරන්න. හරි මේ අවුරුද්දේ දුවා ගන්න බෑ. ඒ ළමයි කියන්නේ නෑ ඉන්නවා ඉතින් අල්ලගෙන ඉන්නවා. ඒ ළමයි දැන් අන්තිම මොහොතේ කියනවා දැන් ඒක සොලියුෂන් එක ෆයිනෑන්ෂියලි ඉවලා තේරෙනවද? that is the situation. ඒ සෝ යා කියන්නේ වැඩ කරන අය බලා ගන්න. if you are a senior හරි try to understand the situation now. ඔයාගේ ප්‍රෙෂර් එක දාන්න නැතුව ඒක කියා දෙන්න හොඳට protect කරන්න. එයාලා ෆීල් වෙනවා එයාලා protect කරන්න. සමහරවිට ගිහිල්ලා කියනවා මැනේජර් කෙනෙක් කියනවා මෙයාත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න බෑ කියලා සමහරවිට. එහෙම නෙමෙයි. Try to bring them to that level. හරි. ඒක විශේෂයෙන්ම ගෑනු ළමයි ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙනවා සමහරවිට. ඒක රිසර්ච් කරනවා නෙමෙයි. හරි. ඒක ටිකක් වැඩියෙන් දකින්න. සීනියර් ගෑනු ළමයි කියනවා යට නංගි කෙනෙක් ආව ඉවරයි. ඒක comparatively දකින්න තියෙනවා. නමුත් එහෙම එපා. හරි එහෙම එපා. protected. තමර තව කෙනෙක් කියලා. ඒක යුනිවර්සිටි ළමයි සහ non යුනිවර්සිටි. ඒක හොඳටම තියෙනවා. අන්තිමට මුළු සොසයිටි එකම වැටෙන්නේ. කවුන්ටි ප්‍රොෆෙෂන් එක. සමාන දෙනවා දැන් විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ කෙනෙක් ආවම නිකන් එයා උඩින් ඉන්නවා කියලා ඔයාලට ෆීල් වෙනවා සමහරට. State university, non-state university, ඒවා තියාගන්න එපා. Discrimination තිබ්බොත් ප්‍රශ්නයක්ම තමයි. හරි. system එක දුවන්නේ නැහැ. Please don't allow for discrimination. ඒක තමයි. තව ඔයාලට ෆීල් වෙන state university එකේ ඔයාලට කපනවා කියන්නේ. එහෙම ෆීල් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. නේ? එහෙම තිබ්බත් ඒවා හිමින් විසඳනවා. මේ අපේ තියෙන හැටි මේක ඩිස්ක්‍රිමිනේට් කරන්නේ මොනවා කර නැත්නම් උසයි නිටි කියලා හින් ඩිස්ක්‍රිමිනේට්. හවුද නැද්ද? ඔව් මොනවා නැත්නම් ඉතින් ඩිස්ක්‍රිමිනේට්. හරි මේ ඩිස්ක්‍රිමිනේෂන් කියන එක චුට්ටක් අල්පනාකාරී වෙනවා. හරි අපි කතා කරන්නේ ඉන්නේ මොකද්ද? ලෙක්චර්ස් එන්න නැති එකත් කතා කරන්නේ. ප්‍රෙස් කියන එක හරි you need to manage it. Right? Why lecturers are giving such assignments? For you to improve. Right? For you to improve. And if I can negatively that impact, then a lecturer then name of what I give a lecturer, and I know no she assignments. Take assignment I can then go when you go paper then pass that's how to do it. And I reflection.
Just matter of audience කියන්නේ normal bench එකක students ලට it might be okay. ඒගොල්ලෝ merely students නේ extension bench එකේ probably the students නේ you don't have working and so on.
එහෙනම් exemption bench එක කියන්නේ මෙතන ඔක්කොම charter accountants ලා ඉන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. හරි. ඔක්කොම charter accountants ලා නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ corporate level ඉවරයි ඔක්කොම නේ business level කරන්න තියෙනවා. හරි. ඒක තමයි කියන්නේ එහෙනම් equal level නම් no issue. ඔක්කොම members ලා නම් we can discuss in that level. හරි. අපි මේකේ business level එකක් තියෙනවා. corporate level එකක් තියෙනවා. නේද? මොකක්ද ඒ criteria exemption? business level complete. Business level complete. Corporate that सामान्य गजेस वला corporate level කරන ළමයි ඉන්නවා. normal නිකන් කියලා
workload එක ගත්තොත්
මම තේරෙනවා. ඒ ළමයිට වැඩ කරනවා. weekends එහෙම තියෙනවා. weekends patches තියෙනවා. මේ exemption නැති ඒවා. දැන් අද හවස එකක් තියෙනවා. corporate report මේ subject එක. 16D හරි 15D හරි මොනවා නම් is common that is common for everyone working in පිටත් දෙනවා අපි සෙනසුරා සතිය දවස් පහේ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලවල papers බලනවා රාය දෙක තුන වෙනකම් papers බලනවා 24/7 job එකක් නේ even though we are not signing on a particular place 24/7 job හරි ඒ නිසා මේ අනිත් මේ accounting වල jobs කියන්නේ stressful jobs. That's why we are paying more. That's stressful or not? Stressful. There are a lot of deadlines to be achieved. Tax returns, financial statements, annual return. Deadlines again, deadlines. Make them start training. And we have kita hadakan. Kita hadakan. මේ වැඩක් අපේ auditing lecturer auditing the research method lecturer කිව්වා workload වැඩි කියලා අඩු කරයි. ඒක තමයි මම තේරෙනවා. ඒක අපි වැඩි කරමු. එතකොට ultimately you can be happy. We have done this much of work during this our university time. You can be happy one day. ඉන්දියාවේම ඩිග්‍රී දෙනවා කල්ලි දුන්නා. රිෆ්ලෙක්ෂන් එකක් නැහැ. තමයි UG දැන් අපේ රටේ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලවල මේ විශ්වවිද්‍යාල මේ එවෙලා කැම්පස් විශ්වවිද්‍යාල ස්ටේටස් දෙන්න පුළුවන් UGC යුනිවර්සිටි ඇක්ට් එකේ 1978 යුනිවර්සිටි ස්ටේට් දෙන්න. හැබැයි ඒක ඕවර්රයිඩ් කරලා තියෙනවා අර ඩිෆෙන්ස් යුනිවර්සිටි එක වෙනම ඇක්ට් එකකින් පටන් ගන්නවා. KDU. ඒ නිසා ඒක යුනිවර්සිටි ස්ටේට් විතරේ දැන් මොකක්ද ඒ කරලා තියෙන්නේ? ඒ නිසා වෙනම ඇක්ට් එකකින් තමයි මේ වගේ එකක් එනවා නම් එන්න ඕනේ. නමුත් විශ්වවිද්‍යාල පනත යන්නේ විශ්වවිද්‍යාල අල්ලන්න පුළුවන් ඒ UGC එකේ ඒක ඒ ඇක්ට් එකකින් විතරයි. අපි අනිත් පනත් වලින් තමයි KDU අන්නවල අරලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි. තව පනත් වලින්. පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ මේ බලය තියෙන්නේ. මම කියන්නේ ගියේ ලංකාවේ අප්‍රූව් කරපු යුනිවර්සිටිස් in the campus ලෝකේ රිජෙක්ට් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. රිජෙක්ට් වෙලා නැහැ දැනට හොඳේ. නමුත් ඉන්දියාවේ දැන් මම ලිස්ට් එක දානවා ගොඩක් තියෙන රිජෙක්ට් ලිස්ට් එක. හරි. දැන් ඔයාලා කොහෙද ගිහිල්ලා මේක කරලා ඔයාලට වැඩේ කරගන්න බැරිනොත් maybe they will list අනිත් countries අපේ රටේ universities list කරන්නේ නැද්ද කවදාවත්? ඔය ඉතින් අරුණා list කරන්න පුළුවන් නේද? හරි. ඒ වුණානේ ඉන්සයිඩ් තේරුම් ගන්න. ඒ නිසා නිකන් මේ just the qualification නෙමෙයි මේක ඊට වඩා ලොකු දෙයක් තියෙනවා. ඒක තේරුම් ගන්න. ඔයාලට මේ හතර කරන්න කියනව නෙමෙයි. මේකේ වැඩේ ඊට වඩා ගැඹුරු වැඩක් මේ කරන්නේ. English standard, so we will be discussing functional currency, presentation currency, it was foreign transactions. Foreign transaction, how to account foreign transaction, we will be discussing the next day. Right? With that, I conclude today's session. Thank you very much. We can meet next day. Remember, you have to present your findings in group assignments, right? Those instructions were given maybe 3 to 4 weeks ago. Those are not instant assignments. Well-planned assignments. You can perform well. There should not be any free riders. There should not be any free riders. Everyone. You can amount of extra standard set now. Amount of extra standard set now. You can go to that stand. I will be asking questions A to Z. And put the study again. Perform. Okay. With that, I thank you.